What is happening, people of the world? Welcome back to another episode of the Whiskey and Wade Show with me, your host, Tommy Mac.
And me, your better host, Tyrone McKenna.
Kid Scorpion.
Yeah, Kid Scorpion and the late skin legend. And these are two monikers that we didn't come up with ourselves. The people gave us them.
Yeah.
So, and I like them. But folks, it's a very special day today. This is our happy birthday.
Big anniversary.
Happy birthday to ya.
Happy birthday to ya.
Happy birthday.
Nice. Is there finally 50? This is episode 52, or?
No, this is episode 49.
Oh, we had a
Oh,
sorry,
we missed a couple.
Sorry, we've slacked a few weeks. Sorry.
But it's 1 year nonetheless. Can't believe it. Where did the year go?
It
Tom?
actually flew in, didn't it?
Flew by.
We've had two. I think we're the first podcast ever that's had two lives in the first year.
12 months. Unbelievable.
Usually it takes a few years before they go, right, we're going to have a live. We had our first live 6 months in.
The first one was kind of like a shotgun wedding.
Yeah.
Dad on his phone was, hey, what about Whiskey and Wade live? We're like,
Okay.
we're not ready. Okay.
Yeah, we definitely weren't ready for that. And do you know what? On the subject of life, we actually had our last one a couple of weeks ago, but we haven't talked about it.
Yeah, it was a great show.
And-
Have I not?
No,
Nah.
because we
I
had.
used went
we
to
had
talk
guests,
about it in the,
yeah.
like, the So Solid episode.
So, I want to speak on it.
Yeah, we want to get over it. Hold on, before we get into the nuts and bolts,
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah.
have to shout out the sponsors.
So, Ryan Oak Tattooist, get him on Instagram. He does realism actually. So a 2-pack one he done last week. It was on fucking real. So check out his stuff. You'll love it. And if you do love it so much, get it booked and use whiskey 10 promo code and that gets you 10% off right up till the 30th of September. And that's not far away. So get it booked. Even if you want to book it in a year in advance, if you be a sly dog and book it now for next year, you're getting 10% off. How can you beat it?
You couldn't be it with
You
a
couldn't.
stick.
You want to get your wee fiancé a present for Christmas? A wee tattoo present for Christmas, a wee voucher? Get your 10% off. Bang!
Does he?
Get her a wee Tommy McCarthy tattoo.
Yeah.
Realism.
You know, realism right there. Or on the breast.
I would say
Only on the top of the breast scale.
get a realist tattoo of me, but you can't paint perfection.
Oh,
So-
look at this guy. But hey, also, I want to shout out DJK. I'm
Representing.
dripping DJK from
Go
my
for it.
head to my toe. Look at that there. Woo.
So
And slivers.
we were at DJK headquarters this week.
They
And
didn't
do you know
sort
what?
me out with one bit of clothing. Just took it
Do you know
off.
what? Here,
Shorts,
I'm going to say
t-shirt,
DJK now.
everything.
He'd be watching. What about a producer? Let's get him kitted out.
Milkshake McD.
But we were down at his wee place last
The
week.
premises, top of the lane.
It's in East Belfast. Don't know what street it is.
He's Belfast.
But you can just Google it. DJK International, DJK Belfast. I was in the shop for the first time about a year ago, and I'd done a lot of designer stuff and a lot of Stone Ale and all that shit. And this time I went for the second time in a year, and it's completely changed. It's all DJK stuff, and it's all lethal, like
Yeah,
unreal.
This
It's
gear is
horrible.
freaking class, isn't it?
The quality
top
of this
notch.
shit. Like, you see that even the t-shirt I got last year, I've washed them about 40 times, 50 times, and they're still like brand new. So check them out.
And you get coffee, you get tea.
You can get a beer.
Some friggin' alcohol. What a
Unfortunately, do you
spot.
know what? Every time he invites me down, he must know what I love a wee beer. He invites me down. He's always right before my fight, so I can't drink.
What-
You don't
what-
want me to bleed him dry.
Listen, this is something that really needs to happen. I know I spoke on it a couple of months ago that I don't want you behind the wheel, but I'm sick of having to drive, and I want you to be driving.
Why?
Because you can't drink and I can. So when you're in camp, you drive, and then I could have
I
had a
know
beer.
you could have had a beer, but listen, I actually.
So get their lessons back.
No,
up
I'm not
and
even joking.
running again.
I fucking I found the reason I don't drive is I was ready for my test. I went down to do the theory, and then I realised I'd lost my provisional license, so it didn't take anything further. I was ready for the test,
Okay.
and I was cool. I was so lazy to get a new provisional that it didn't. But I just found provisional last week. So
It's probably out of date.
is it the leg already did?
Yeah.
Well, then I'm going to say that. It's just about 10 years ago.
Yeah, definitely out of date.
Okay, it's out of date. I'll have to get a new one then. But I do want to. My goal actually is to be driving by Christmas. I want to be back.
Come on,
that-
let's get realistic.
Sure, I was ready for the test. I can drive.
10 years ago, true.
Oh no, come on.
I was driving
man.
in Spain. What
Do
are you
me a
talking about?
favour, please.
I lived in Spain. I was driving around.
Automatic.
Boom, boom, boom. I drove
10
the
years ago, fucking IAS would stop by a charge Tyrone. Like,
Shady, like a baby.
he's not rocking it up anymore. Like.
No, but even in Spain, like Spain, I was driving. But see, Spanish drivers, like anyone could drive over, like no
Obviously,
one's-
it's freaking automatic.
and it's crazy.
It's like a
there's
go-kart.
there's no rules. But anytime I
There's
tried to
rules.
park, I had to find a space like that had like 5 parking spots free.
Yeah.
And I couldn't park, or I didn't risk it anyway. But let's
Yeah,
get back to the
the live show. First and foremost, I want to thank all of y'alls for buying tickets to come out
I want a Wednesday night made out
midweek.
because that's a hard sell on the best of days. So Wednesday, he's all came out. He's all ditched their kids. He's all irresponsible. He's drank on a weekday. He's drank on a school night.
Got on the Wednesday club.
Got in the Wednesday club. The hump was.
And it was not a bad decision.
It was a great day. Everyone, I was expecting a lot of sober faces. No one was sober. They're all black.
I know.
I say there's a lot of hungover people and working for
Oh, like I think us two were the only sober people in the room
100%.
for a change.
But it was a great night. I thought it went far better than the first one, not because of anyone else, but because I was sober.
Yeah.
Like the last time, I was absolutely far too blocked. I was far too nervous, and I was drinking pints. And I thought, you see, when you're in the moment of the drink pints, you think you're all right, but then when you get a wee break, like when you go down, when I was going down the stage and like, I had my break of my drink, that's when it all hit me, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm blocked." And I had to come out the second set with a bottle of water, and you slag me. But this time, sober's the way forward. I will not do a live show drunk again.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear it.
I'm not even going to have one pint, because if you have one pint, bang, then you have 2, 3, and then you think you're all right, and then the next thing I'm slurring words and blocked again.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
your wits are far.
yeah, you want to be sharp. That's why if I'm doing comedy or any public speaking live shows, I never drank before,
And-
because you want to be able to.
See after the first show, the next day my anxiety was through the roof.
remember.
I didn't want to go on my phone, didn't want to go outside and talk to no one. I was texting saying, did I fuck it? And
You're like Nesbitt after the Frampton fit.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
was,
it
it
was.
was, yeah.
I honestly, I was tenfold anxiety. I was really bad, and I said, you know what? After that one last time, I woke up next day and I was like, I went really good last. I had to drive down to Dublin that night, but I woke up in Dublin and I went, I was fucking brilliant last night.
That's
No
nice,
anxiety, no fucking worries. I knew exactly what happened. I knew it was a good night. Everyone loved it. Everyone that came up to me, like my mum, my dad, my mates and all, that went to the first one, the second one, said, "Hey, Tyrone, you're far better at one." And you were obviously the same cattle face both times, because both times you were sober, weren't you?
Yeah, I never ever touch a drink when I'm doing stage shows.
But I loved it. I loved the fucking
The buzz of it as well. You probably didn't even get it after last time because you were already blocked. But see, like when you come off a stage and everything goes good, you be buzzing. You
yeah.
have
Well,
that,
I was
like,
buzzing on the way
adrenaline.
down. Like I barely didn't sleep, but
You can't. It's
I was
hard to
sleeping
get to sleep.
it's hard to sleep for a while. But I fucking loved it. The highlight of my night was when Shane Todd was getting this.
Unreal.
'Cause-
And Shane was speaking about this. I think it was this week or last week on his podcast. It was so funny. So just a sad scene for anyone who
Yeah,
wasn't
because
there. Right?
unfortunately,
So
we didn't get. A lot of people were asking, Patreon owners are asking a lot about did we film it. Unfortunately, we did have a film, but the audio fucked. We don't know what happened to the audio, and that's why we didn't get it up on Patreon.
so sorry about
Why-
that.
why you
You had the
looking at me
beer.
We didn't look at
Was
you.
it Sean?
It wasn't Sean.
You
It
had
was-
one job, Sean.
It wasn't Sean. Though.
No, it's just the technical difficulties.
It was a technical difficulty. we're sorry about that, but listen, you should have bought tickets.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Should have bought the tickets. Next time, don't risk it for a
Yeah.
biscuit and get down to that place because it was lethal.
It was
And
on.
set the scene
So
for
yeah,
the-
so anyone who didn't know, the original lineup was the Conlon brothers, John Connors and Jimmy Nesbitt. But then all these actors were going on strike. So Nesbitt was like, I don't know, it's going to be a problem for me maybe doing this show, but I'll try and figure it out. And then I says, right, do you know what, we'll cancel the show. And it's all your fault, Jimmy. And so we tried to cancel it. But
he wasn't at the meeting for the cancellation.
Yeah.
He had to go somewhere. And I had to go to this meeting solo. And anyone knows me, I'm not great.
not
Actually,
a
I'm
big
alright.
guy,
I'm
yeah.
alright at meetings.
I gave him a good pep talk. I was like, no, he isn't good because Tyrone's not a small talker, so he just cut the crap.
Yeah,
He cut the short shit
I'm
short.
good at meetings.
But I was like, Tyrone,
Country to believe.
stand your ground. Do not let him coerce you into doing anything. Me and you agreeing, the show's off.
Yeah.
Don't let them change their mind.
I went down and I was strong armed. Strong. I just phoned Tommy after he told me I can get show still on.
The show's on. We're having another meeting on Monday.
But you know what? They
Well,
were
I'm
very
glad, yeah.
persuasive. And they just said, look, the tickets are going well. I was thinking, you know what? A lot of tickets were for Jimmy Nesbitt. And I was like, I can't let down people and they were asking for a different guest to come on. They were giving a good few decent guests to come on. But I was like, everyone bought for Jimmy. And I didn't want to let down the public. So in my mind, I was like, this is off. And they were persuading me. And I was like, do you know what? They said, everyone's going for the Whiskey and White show. They're not going for the guests. Don't give a fuck about the guests. They're going for yous. I went, they're right. And they said, the fella has never cancelled the show in his life. And they're not about to start. And I went, okay. Okay.
You put the guns down now, sir.
I like my knees. Only joking knees. But
So I phoned Nesbitt then. He's like, oh, Tommy, you're a gobshite. Fuck's sake. Okay, listen, I'll get it sorted. So we got it sorted, and then
Made Jimmy break the picket.
Jimmy broke the picket lane.
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately, John Connors, his mother passed away. So, condolences to the Connors family once again. And I was on Shane Todd's live. And so after we recorded, I said to him, how about coming on as a special guest? And then Shane was like, right, do not be telling Nesbitt I'll come on.
did not. I think he thought we did tell Nesbitt.
Oh, no.
But we capped it. Absolutely.
We didn't tell anyone,
Well,
apart from the Davnish, because they had
Daphne,
the know.
there's a few like friends who told as well. Because obviously they were asking. But
Yeah.
in a whole, we didn't put it out in public. We didn't do nothing. We had a tight lip for
then-
Jimmy. And
It was so funny. Like
we-
before
yeah.
in the backstage, we were sitting there, and then just having a chat, and then
someone came in and was like,
where's Shane?
Where's Shane out? Shut up. I jumped up. And
I was like, listen, no, let's meet here. Just go and get your seat. The show started. Soon.
everyone was
Can we
coming
get
in.
a picture? Yeah, we'll get pictures after the show. I had to go and lock the door so nobody could come back in.
And then Paddy came in and went, see when your mom comes. He
Aye.
says, I'll text you when you're up on stage. And I just saw Jimmy's face going like, what the fuck's going on here? But then he forgot about it.
He's had a
we
few
said-
drinks.
Yeah, he had a couple beers.
He was
And then
loosey-goosey.
Tyrone was like, so listen, there's a fella for like a Make-A-Wish. And then we explained what was going to happen. And I was like, so we're going to bring him on at the end. You don't mind? Oh, no, that's great.
That's great. Someone wants
I
to
said,
make a
this
wish, of
wee kid,
course.
he's got Crohn's disease, and he's fucking... Crohn's disease is like having hay fever.
But
It's
it sounds serious.
It sounds serious.
It does sound serious.
And,
The wee lad is Crohn's. Oh God, does he okay?
Desperate. Terrible.
and for anybody who don't know, Shane does have Crohn's
Shane
disease.
does
You know?
have Crohn's. Revert back the Shane Todd episode where he goes into detail what it's about. And I don't want to... I actually downplay it. There's like having hay fever. It's a lot worse, but...
No.
You can function.
Backtrack it, Ty. You can't backtrack.
Okay.
Hay fever. That's all he's had.
Yeah,
Cancelled.
Crohn's disease. My uncle
No,
has
Tommy,
it.
stop.
Right? No,
Stop digging your hole.
I'm gonna tell you. This is what I mean. My uncle has it, and
What was your
the only
uncle?
thing is he
Your uncle-
can't.
Did your uncle
He
have hay
can't.
fever?
No, he can't drink pints anymore. He can only drink bottles of beer. So that's Crohn's disease for you. That's it. But so we come out and we done the whole segment with Jimmy, and it was brilliant. Jimmy's a brilliant storyteller, and he's funny, and it was class. Right? So at the end, I said, right. So before we wrap the show, so Jimmy, there's a young man backstage. He's a massive, massive James Nesbitt fan. He really wants to meet his idol. He's reached out on social media. No luck. He reached out to the management team. No joy. So he's came to Tyrone and I. Says, lads, can you make my wish come true?
Whiskey and weight make dreams happen.
See why all this is happening as well, though. Shane's like out in the car park, like, because he turned up for like the time he's meant to come, but like, as you know, on the night we kept like, you know, we were letting the room fill up a bit more and everything else. So like, because people were going getting drinks and stuff. So Shane's waiting out in this car going, what the fuck, what?
Oh, was he?
And then eventually, like, we gave him the go-ahead to come in. But he came in, though, like, the wee side part of the stage. Me and him were standing there. And, like, he's going, what should I do when I go out? Because we could hear you just, like, no, doing, like, the wee intro to it. And he was saying, like, should I pretend, like, you know, I'm, like, brushing him off sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so, like, he said, I'll go up and I'll like give Tommy and Tyrone a hug, and then I'll just like, you know, nonchalantly like give him a handshake.
Yeah.
And
he put the chair in all the way.
And he says, is there a sofa? Do I have to sit beside him on a sofa? And I was like, no, there's like 2 chairs. And he went, right. What if I lift the chair and like move it away or move it in close to him? And I was like, no, turn it away and like turn your back on him. Like, and so that's what he was like coming up with the whole like
no, I thought it was brilliant when I went. This young man, he's been diagnosed with Crohn's disease. Jimmy's sitting there again. He's like, oh, fuck, desperate. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Shane Todd. Tall rock song.
He's got his gear on him.
You wanker.
You wanker. Oh, it was unreal.
It was so fucking good. The best thing ever. I loved it. People going crazy.
That was the highlight of the night.
Oh, easy.
Or either that or the
drink challenge.
The challenge.
The drink challenge was crazy.
Nesbitt's team won.
Jonesy, Sherry Jonesy is an avid watcher of this.
Al Capone, Tyrone's cousin.
My cousin, Al Capone, Indiana Jonesy. But
Roy Jonesy,
so many names for him. But I looked up. He had said to me before the show, he'd for me else. I haven't been paid yet. I'm getting paid tomorrow, so I've short of cash. I'm just going to go down and have a few, and then I have to come to do the drink challenge. I was like, happy day, so he'll not be too blocked. So I was like, come on up, Jonesy. He got up and he was fucking steaming. He told me after. He had fucking like 25 Crohns and fucking like 3 fucking double Jack and Cokes.
It was so funny. So Jonesy was the captain of one team. Jimmy Nesbitt was the captain of the other team. Jonesy was standing there blank at the top table. Nesbitt was looking at him going,
he grabbed
had the pressure.
Yeah, he grabbed Jimmy Nesbitt in the headlock. He had him in the headlock. I'm going to kill you in this. I'm going to kill you in this. I was like, fuck me. Jonesy had to grab. Jonesy pulled away. Jonesy can't do it. He's like, but where's my drink?
All the drinks were on the table, like lined up. But he kept trying to drink them.
No, it was only Jimmy's.
Oh yeah.
Things, and he was trying to grab them. And I was like, no, Lord, Jimmy's like, where's mine? Where's mine? I said, they're not yours. Yours are coming. Stop it, Jonesy. I had to control him.
I know, it was bad.
And then I was like, don't you know how to spell it as well? Because I don't know if you've seen the picture the last time. There's just all
down his tab.
Like cheering. It was a fucking bad picture. But he got killed. Jonesy, you got killed. Jimmy Nesbitt can sink a paint.
He can't. My cousin Chloe shared her. She was in Jimmy's team. And you know,
my sister-in-law, Kennedy, she was in the same team.
Was she Chloe. Was she? See when Chloe got up to do when we're looking for people to come up and take part in this challenge. She didn't know it was a drinking challenge. She just came up. So she never drank a pint before in her life. That was her first time ever. She had to sing it.
Serious?
Aye.
Did she enjoy it?
Nah, she was under pressure. Was it really? She was like,
She fucking downed it.
It's done the job.
Laura knockbacks.
I know.
Laura's more or less deep throating the WKD. For fuck's sake, did you see the fucking...
Shane Todd said the same thing with Nesbitt. Hey, what a world. I'm at the Danish. I seen Jimmy Nesbitt deep throating a bottle of blue wicket.
Wearing an earring.
Why was he wearing an earring?
That's ear pierced on holiday.
Did he?
Yeah. Does he have his stunned?
No, I didn't even notice that.
He's like a fly.
I actually...
Super fly Jimmy.
I love Jimmy.
Jimmy Nesbitt's like
He's
one
fast.
of my top favourite people in the world.
He's the quickest growing love I've ever had in life. I went from not even
knowing him.
Not knowing. Well, I knew who he was, but everybody known him like since
the podcast.
Yeah. And he's good to be one of my favourite people. He's a legend.
What an absolute I love him as well. So much love for that guy, Jimmy.
You're a legend.
We're gonna do part 2 of him as well. It's gonna be brilliant.
We are. Well, actually, I want to say something as well. By the way, to all the Patreon people, we've been slacking the last few weeks, but the reason being is I'm in Dublin Monday to Friday.
It's got a championship doing.
Yeah, I've got a massive fight, so my focus is on that big time. But we will, in 3 weeks' time, be picking up massively on the Patreon. So if you aren't subscribed to Patreon, get on it. There's actually a lot of stuff you can watch if you haven't subscribed already. But use avid watchers of the Patreon. We will be doing a lot more content.
Yeah, and there's a big trip. There's a big Patreon trip coming up. I won't say any more until we get it all finalised. But
let me know, because I don't know what trip.
News to me.
News to us both. What trip?
Up the port for
We know. Oh yeah. 100%. Great trip coming up. But now there's loads of stuff going to be beyond that. But at the minute, I know we're slacking, but I am down in Dublin Monday to Friday. But it's literally hard enough to do this one podcast a week. Never mind extras.
Yeah, the world titles don't win themselves.
Exactly. So, and also, if you haven't got your tickets for the world title, get on it, and get on to me if you want buses. I'm running buses from Belfast to Dublin. They're nearly full. I'd ordered 2 buses, so they're nearly full. But get involved if you want a space.
16th of September, RDS, Dublin.
Yeah, dopes. But
what a night that was. It was so good.
I really appreciate it more because it was sober. Like,
you get to see all the shenanigans that's going on.
You didn't get to see the shenanigans afterwards.
Yeah.
He's forgot himself.
You
didn't greet the fans.
Yeah, because Tyrone gets straight in their car, hit the road down to Dublin. That's the dedication.
I had to go to Dublin.
So
what happened?
We end up in the damage. It was the quiz night, and all the people who had been at the show were lit till apart. And at the quiz, all blocked. Everyone, the drinks were flying. And me and Sean in there sober, everyone else blocked. It was fucking. It was
messy.
Me, Tommy, and Jimmy are doing the meet and greets.
Doing the meet and greets. Me, us, Steve, me, Jimmy. People coming up and just saying, it must be so mad. I see people who want to be famous. Like, it must be so melting for Jimmy Nesbitt to be for anyone who's famous. Like, me and Jimmy was down talking, having a conversation. And like people were just coming up and saying, "Hey, remember I met you at such and such, and can I have a picture?" And just like every 2 seconds, it's like, fuck's sake.
Well, fuck it. It's
part of a picnic.
Part of a picnic, But I had to go straight down to Dublin after that show. I was raging because I like the wee afters where you can kind of socialise and get kind of the perks of the night. But,
also, we have to shout out Butch.
Yeah, Butch. What a legend.
Guy.
He actually came up. I don't even think he's a big whiskey and white watcher, but he came up from Dublin to watch the show just to bring me down back to Dublin. What a fucking man! He helped us set up, and he actually has me staying in his man's house.
Butch a great guy,
Yeah, Butch is a legend.
You know, even in Dublin when I was training down there, He got the diesel sorted.
That's how Tommy equates if you're a good guy or not. If he gives you free stuff.
He got me the diesel. He got me breakfast one time.
He was getting me cheap hotels.
He got the cheap hotel. Like he was doing things for
He
you.
does absolutely everything for
And
nothing.
then also he was in the gym too. Put that body belt on. So
Like
like
you whack away.
he's
He does everything out of the goodness of his heart. And then he's got me. His man's the same. His man's a legend. She's got me in her house at the minute. I'm staying there Monday to Friday while I'm training, and she's a legend. I can see where Butch gets it from. She's very welcoming. I went into that house. Obviously, I'm a freak, and I went in the first night, and I went up straight up because it was late that night. So I went straight up to bed, and I woke up the next day. And I went, you know what? I can't be a freak like the last time I stayed in Jamie's man's house. I can't be a freak like that again. So I went right. So
put my big boy pants on.
Put my big boy pants on. Put my best foot forward and I said, right, got up at 8. Like she gets up about 8. I got up at 8 and I went downstairs, had a wee cup of coffee over.
Oh, congratulations.
I know here, I felt like it's a big man
That
move.
is a big moment for you.
I was
People who
I was
know.
I was lying in bed. I was like, right, so I got picked up at about 9:30.
Stand looking in the mirror. Just get up. Coffee. Come on, you can do this, man.
I actually
Had to do the fucking good runnings.
Cool running. Yeah.
I see pride. But
I see a bad mother.
But honestly, I was debating whether I will just stay here and then run out the door to training. I was. And I went, you know what? I can't live like it because I'm going to be here for 5 weeks. Because I can't make her think I'm an absolute freak. So I went downstairs, I poured myself a wee coffee and acted completely normal. Well, tried to. I felt like a freak, but I think I pulled it off. I think she thinks.
I mean, you're an actor.
I know.
I know.
It was my
your
Oscar-winning
character.
performance. And I genuinely think she thinks I'm a normal person. Normal, civilized human being.
I'm coming to have a word with her. I'll put her straight.
Like she doesn't realise that when the 5 p.m. comes, I stop drinking water because I don't want to have to piss some bottles in a room. So 5 p.m. or 5 p.m. because my last piss, I make sure I go to piss at 8 p.m. She goes to bed. She goes to bed at 9:30. So I don't want to go to piss when she's in bed because I don't want to be waking her up or nothing. So 8 p.m. is my last piss. 5 p.m. is my last water supply. I have these quirky rules in my head that she doesn't know about.
Cause when I was a kid, I used to be, man, we're cutting you off from fluids. It's 6:31. That's your last drink time.
Really?
Because I had the bed.
And you still pissed a bit.
I don't know.
I was actually in his back garden the other day. We were writing a few bits and pieces, and there was a bed, there was a mattress out his back. And I
Brand
went,
new mattress.
what's this mattress for? And they were like, oh, that's the old one. We're throwing that out. And that's what his missus said, that we're throwing that out. And he said, really? And I said, yeah. Well, I said, did he piss on it? He said, he actually did piss on it. And she said, he christened it, and not the way you'd normally fucking christen it. People actually have sex in the christening beds. He's pissing on them. First fucking night we got it. You pissed on it?
Yeah. Do you know what? Basically,
I don't think you can explain that in here, Tommy.
it's the dog in me.
It's a dog in me. You're marking your
No,
territory.
basically, yeah. It was just an honest mistake.
It was the first night.
I don't know, but like mistakes can happen at any moment.
We're just innocent, man.
You know, like I think what had happened, we bought this new bed, and then we went out to celebrate or eat drinks.
Was it whiskey? I think whiskey's your
whiskey?
Achilles heel.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
it really is.
We're keeping you off that.
It
dragon.
really is. And yeah, it had a wee mishap, but it happens to the best team.
When was your last mishap, Tommy? Let's be honest here. Come on. I'll be honest, right? I'm gonna finally admit something here.
You had a mishap.
I don't know if I don't know if listen. Either that or I have a ghost in the house that pisses. somewhere.
Reuben.
Like, I woke up.
That's a ghost naked.
I woke up. There's a few months ago. It was Christmas time.
Glenn told you not to touch that Ouija board. Fuck's sake.
I was it was Christmas time around Christmas. I've been holding on to this story for a while.
And that's why you're pointing fingers so much at me. I'm at the bed and fucking
So it was Christmas time and
sometime now.
it's been a week. That's why he's getting a new mattress again.
I'll go ahead and talk about your stay. Well, I look at this. Well, I've been dry for a while.
I've been dry.
You got to talk about Christmas in.
Right, so Christmas time, I was getting sauced up. It was blacked, obviously. You know, it's the go-to, you're black every time. I went to bed. I don't even remember going to bed. I was that drunk. And I woke up, and the bed wasn't wet.
Buddy.
No, listen. The bed wasn't wet. My boxers weren't wet, so I didn't piss the bed technically. But in the corner, all my clothes soaking. All of them. Like, I when I get dressed, I throw my dirty clothes into the corner that I'm wearing that day. Every single one of them soaking. I went, I think it was a night out with you or something like that.
Who's the fucking chance for me in there? I'm sick.
No, honestly, I think it was a night out we had. And, because I was training, wasn't it? I was black, went home, threw my clothes in the corner, and I woke up the next day, they were soaking. And I went, Trina, these are all soaking, what the fuck? And I was like, I usually have like pints of water or a bottle of water beside my bed because for the next day. I was looking about to see if there was an empty thing that spilled or something. Nothing. I went, that's strange. And the next week it happened again.
Fuck.
All soaking. True. And I went, Trina, what the fuck's going on here? She says, I think it's fucking piss. It's fucking piss. Because... Well, I think it was piss. I do think it's piss. But I didn't piss the bed. I pissed the corner of the room.
I think that's worse.
I don't think that's worse. I obviously got up.
I had a similar story.
Look, everyone's coming down the table. Let's go. The troops.
I'm Tyrone, and I'm a bed pisser.
This is anonymous.
Listen, I'm fucking.
Yours.
I'm dressed as Sahara.
So am I.
I'm completely fine,
Sure.
Sure, buddy. Sure.
I think it was after our formal or something. Like you're talking fucking 8, 9 years
sure.
ago.
You're wedding. Last month.
The formal.
No.
Okay.
Fucking.
What happened,
at
Mad
the
Nick?
formal, I'm still living with my mates. Obviously, I'm still at school. I fucking got up in the middle of the
I
night.
love that word.
And I had one of them wee pedal bins, in the corner of the room.
Oh yeah.
No, like you fucking put it on the lid flies open.
Just filled with tissues. The tab.
Cole says to me, I got up in the middle of the night and went over and thought it was a urinal.
That's an easy mistake.
And I fucking wait. I just stood in the wee paddle and opened it up and just fucking filled it up.
I think that's sweet. I actually think that's, well, it's obviously insane, but you can tell, blocked, you'd think half asleep, that's a toilet.
Yeah. So why was everybody pointing a finger at me in this room?
Because you're pissing on yourself. There's piss all over you.
Blocked. You think that's a toilet?
There's piss all over you, Tommy. You're not thinking anything's a
You're
toilet.
stone cold sober, Tommy.
You're pissing on yourself, pissing on the bed. We're getting up. I'm pissing on my clothes and he's pissing in a bin.
Listen, I went to bed from ages.
It's a laugh I've held on that story for 3 months.
6 to fucking.
Well, actually 8 months.
26.
Don't think that's
but like, I haven't went to bed in years.
Tommy, stop talking shit.
At least a year.
At least a year.
No, it's been years.
It's been years. Well, I was holding on that story for quite a while.
Remember we went to Denmark? We went away on that
Spawn trip. That was a great trip.
Brilliant
Denmark's
trip.
actually a lethal. If no one's ever been to Denmark,
I highly recommend it. Copenhagen.
It was lethal. It's expensive.
No, I was going to say,
Was
it's not
great.
there.
It's
Was
like
great.
Dublin prices, but it is lethal. People are so friendly.
And we, I was sparring, and Tyrone was my coach.
It was great. We got to like 6 p.m.
And you get what was the hotel we were in?
I don't know.
It was
Ritz.
a high class one.
It was Ritz.
But you get free drink every fucking day.
He was in the executive because he was getting looked after by the Boston. So 7 p.m. came or 6 p.m. and the executive lounge open with drinks every fucking night. I was there. He had the spar. So
and also I couldn't like the way we like the days I wasn't sparring, then I could have a drink because you don't have to get up the next morning to spar. But this executive lounge is for executives.
It's
so
for
it was like
business
beer, a couple of whiskeys and stuff. But like obviously it's for people, like having a couple of drinks while they're doing some work.
1 or 2 drinks.
Tyrone was down there every day clearing the friggin' bottles. And they're like, hey, can we get an arm on him? The staff were friggin' like. And then,
it was great. I fucking loved that hotel.
The last night, remember?
The food and all was great as well.
The food, everything about it was unreal.
Get us back to Goldfinger.
And then the last night, me and Tyrone went around the executive lounge. We were like, this is it. Let's go out with a bang. So, in this week's suite, drinking all the beers. What do you call it? Tuborg or something?
No, something like that.
Some Danish beer. It's great.
They're actually doing Stella as well.
Stella. All big bottles of whiskey. So 2 of us were drinking at the start, and it was just us in the room.
There was this guy with his group of like businessmen. They were all
they were
all smartly dressed in suits. They're all having a proper meetings. They're having a few beers.
Me and Tyrone letting on to be.
We actually do. We stuck out like a sore thumb. We were in tracksuits, fucking these caps on, everything. We didn't.
I had dreads at the time as well.
So you did.
Who let that Rasta man in here drinking?
He drink a liquor.
And so we were there drinking, and then one of the guys from the business meeting.
Do you remember his name?
Mark,
yeah. I still talk to him on Facebook.
Sure, Mark from Sweden. And he hung back, and then he started talking to us.
He sound as fuck. He's from Africa, wasn't he?
Oh, he was mixed race guy. No, was he mixed race? He was just of African descent. But so we were like, where are you from? So we were talking away, and then I think he was Algerian.
Something like that.
And then I was like, Sweden? So Henrik Larsen.
That's your go-to.
That's my go-to. Anytime someone from Sweden, no, Henrik. King of Kings.
King of Kings.
And then, oh yeah, man, yeah, I know Henrik. And then, so we're sitting there, and then it started getting darker and darker. Next thing, we're us 3 steaming.
He had the African music.
He started playing Afro beats. Us 3 up in this lounge, black dancing. He's playing off his phone just.
You know?
And then it was Tiddler time.
Tommy
And I said, fuck it. There's a big plant pot in the side, I think. And for a pit. Yeah, man, go for it. Yeah, we won't say it. They pissed in the fucking thing in the executive lounge. Looked up. Camera just looking at me. Like, oh, we're fucked.
We're going to get the door the next day.
Well, luckily we were leaving.
But thank fuck, we'd have been barred from that. Exactly. And do you know what the thing was? There was a total right beside.
No.
There was no excuse for you, Tom.
But drinks in with shit. There's no excuse for you pissing on your t-shirt. No excuse for you pissing on your bin.
We were half sleeping, but you were wide awake.
We were.
Go to the damn toilet.
I don't know, but we were black.
But that was great. I loved that trip, That was a great trip.
Tommy told me a story midweeker.
I don't think it's saying this. Is it about me?
No, is it? I can't remember.
The radio.
Oh, Sean, how did this come about?
I sent you a fucking meme. It was like...
Oh, so hold on. You just sent me memes, these are?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? We actually have a group chat. Wise conversing.
Me, him and John Zoo.
Probably.
Me, him and Sean.
Wise conversing about me.
Just...
I don't like it. Don't ever do anything outside our group again.
Well, Tony, you're not opening. You're not opening stuff.
Fuck me. I've been excommunicated from from the group, from the funny stuff.
Yeah.
Go, what happened? Go.
It's on Instagram anyway.
You're going to tell me what happened. Go. Okay. I wasn't good enough to get tagged, but you're going to tell me on the fucking podcast. Go, tell me.
I sent him a meme of like fucking. It's like the guy who sends in the Radio 1 rave sessions, like, is this Radio 1 rave sessions? Could you tell them to keep the bangers coming? Yeah.
So as back in the day, I used to listen every weekend. I used to listen to Tim Westwood and Chris Goldfinger.
Yep.
Every night.
You maybe put me on it as well.
I remember one night I was about 11, sitting listening.
Record and play.
I used to record the show because I would always fall asleep. But so I was about 11, listening to Chris Goldfinger. And, if you want to send us a text, and we'll shout out, tell us what you're doing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I texted in the radio station, pretending to be someone else to give me a shit. Just trying to shout out my cousin Tommy out there in Belfast. Representing for the island in the sun from Juma.
I'm cringing 20 years later.
Because he Goldfinger read it. Yeah, this one comes from Juma. Shout out, Tommy out there in Belfast.
Juma listening because you have a friend called Juma.
That's from my friend Juma, my real good friend Juma. And got shot.
He's probably listening going, what the fuck is going on?
I never texted that. So yeah.
I actually, do you know how ridiculous I was as a kid? I thought because I was called Tyrone, Cool FM would never shout out my song or do my song because I have a Catholic name. That's how bad I thought it was. So I
turns out it's a black name.
I thought they're never going to let Tyrone McKenna pick a song. So I wanted Goldie. Remember Goldie looking chain?
Goldie looking chain? Guns don't kill people. Rappers do.
Yeah, what a tune. So I wanted that played. I remember this. I made myself be called Bob McKenna. Like, they'll give me this time. Because I used to type in and used to Tyrone McKenna. Never used to play. I was like, it's my name. It's my fucking name. They don't like Tyrone.
Did you get a shot?
Nah.
Fuck's sake.
Failed.
What about you, Sean? Have you ever been one of those guys?
The tax in? No. Not really. The old time at like the 40-year-old comes out in me and like a tax in like the wee answers to quizzes or something. But I heard people. I never done this but.
Sure,
sure, buddy.
But see, the people used to text into like "cool goes quiet," and be like saying like somebody that just split up with, like
no,
sorry.
That was you.
That was me.
I'm sorry. It's because I had the Sean McDonald. I'm the Davis Flats.
I actually do remember "Cool Goes Quiet," but it was good. But I don't remember them stories.
No. I'm not a big radio listener.
I used to love radio. Like I used to work in my dad's sweet shop, and I just love the radio, and fucking chilling in the radio was fucking lethal. You discover so much good songs and new songs on the radio.
I used to have in my room, it was a pair of fuzzy dice, but it was a radio, and it was like Pimp My Ride. It was like the Tim Westwood, like Pimp My Ride. Like,
Tim Westwood was the worst guy. You've just been pimped. Fuck's sake. Well, the radio, the most I listened to the radio when I was in my wee painting days during COVID. I went with my father-in-law to be a painter. And
that was a laugh.
Workmen just put the radio on, but you're just listening to like Nolan.
Tommy went his first day up there. Was his father-in-law, and his father-in-law gave him a big bucket of paint, big weight paint. Said, "Hey, right, paint that wall." And he came down. He went away for an hour, and he came back down, thinking he's going to have done the first coat. He had used the whole bucket of paint on the one wall.
But
and your mom was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Did you paint the wall?" I said, "Yeah, do a fucking first coat on it."
Listen, I'd never painted before, so. When he gave me his job, it was just an undercut. So it was like a purple wall. So like white undercut. But I was putting it on and it wasn't, the purple was still coming through and I was going, what the fuck? Doing it more and more with a roller and I was going, he just gave me this impossible task to keep me out of the way. He was upstairs painting.
You went through 3 buckets of white
he come down and he says, hey, have you got them walls done? I was like, no. What do you mean? He come down and looked at me. What the fuck? took the roller off me. The paint that I had put on one wall, he was able to scrape that paint off and paint the whole fucking living room with the undercut. But that was my only mishap because I didn't know. Just threw me into the treatment. But then after that, you want to see me cutting in.
I'm actually shit at
I'm
painting.
awful painting.
My missus actually won't let me paint. She does all the painting in my house.
I painted my manager's back garden, the fence.
No, do you know what's the funny thing though? We used to grief with volleys in him. So he's a boxer. He's a boxer. He had no fights coming up. And his manager had him out painting the back. We were like, what job did your manager get us?
I was like, my dad.
It was COVID.
When I used to work for my dad, and I go, right, have any jobs then? He's like, nah, I'm here, know what to do. Can you read up the garage? I'll pay you. And then it's good.
He wasn't getting paid, and he was just out the back.
Because I ran out with my father and all. I was like, I'm going to go out on my own now. And then I was talking to my manager, and he says about he need a face paint. I says, listen, I ain't no man to paint. I ran up. It was a 2-day job. Got it done in one.
Took it 2 weeks.
Listen, you can talk to my manager and he'll tell you. He was like, Speedy Gonzalez.
He's texting out of your hand. You need your pants done, mate.
And it's Holstern Landon.
He's quick and he does a great job.
Going for the IPO.
Put him to work, baby.
High
knees. That's an insane joke, by the way. If you haven't watched Django Unchained.
Django Unchained. But no, the paint is... I hated it, to be honest.
It was brilliant, just his manager. And he was out painting bags. It's fucking unbelievable. I lost my wedding ring finally. It's finally happened. Do you know what? I'm actually surprised it's been like a year and 6 months and I had that wedding ring. That's the longest I've ever kept any jewellery. So I don't know what happened yesterday, but I was in Gen's gym training. I had it on me and I went, you know what, I'm not punching today, so I'm not going to take it off. And then when I was leaving the gym, it was gone. It must have slipped off with the sweat, but it's done. So I'm not married anymore, ladies. Single.
Ladies.
I thought I lost mine 4 days after the wedding.
Did you?
I couldn't find it, and I was freaking out because I was going, if I lost it a year in, you know what I mean?
This marriage is doomed.
It's like,
your love is doomed. Your love is dead.
But 4 days, I was like, fuck.
Parents know I wouldn't know me.
For 4 days is ridiculous.
But
a year's normal.
I was going around everywhere, like looking for it, and it turns out in my wee office room, I've got none of the acoustic foam up, for
making
acoustic treatment.
Yeah,
and
acoustics.
And
in the room,
there's a wee slit in between two of the bits of foam, and I had been lying back.
And it's stuck there.
And I had
just
I
playing.
put it in it, I was fidgeting.
That's something I would do. But see, when I lost it yesterday, I was like, nah, it's been a long time. It's been 18 months. It's been quite a long time.
I've did my time.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised I had it that long.
I only nearly lost mine once, and I was up training with the champ Ryan Burnett, and after we finished, I took my ring off, put it in my jacket pocket, and I got up and I was like,
"You never lose stuff, though."
I know, and I was like, "What the fuck's the ring? I can't find it." And Ryan was searching all around the gym. Me and him were just, I can't go home unless I find this ring. No way. And then eventually we found it.
Cool story.
Cool story, bro.
Story. Sure.
Yeah. But do you know what I'm buzzing about? This week we're on the subject that John said earlier. I'll bring it back. He was in the studio. He's recording. I don't know why they're recording or they're just practicing. I don't know, but they recorded my walkout from my fight, and it sounds fucking unbelievable. I'm buzzing for it. I'm not saying what the songs are. Well, one of the songs is Born in Belfast, the second song. But the first song, he's going to sing in Irish.
And I was sucking their toes, really so.
It's actually just the chorus, because that gets me hyped up.
Listen, I want to have version. That's my favourite line of the whole song.
But I was fucking lethal. He sent me a wee clip of it. He said it's rough, obviously. It's not going to sound like it, but I'm buzzing.
John Zoo, what a great guy. You know?
Yeah, he is. He's a legend.
One of my favourite people I've met this year.
Yep.
Well, that's it. We're a year in now. the anniversary. Fucking, what are you gonna do by the time we're on 2 years?
I'm just, glad that
What is
we've made it a year in. That means we're here to stay.
we're kind of solidified now. We've been a year deep. Like I
remember when
think
Saul come on, Saul said about the percentage,
10 episodes.
He says, so you're in the next percent. And then now here we are,
It's confirmed that we're here to stay. Like, we're not going to be going anywhere. This is the Whiskey and Weight show.
It was always a worry, man.
And then
given your track record.
Yeah.
Thought this was an our Stepping Stone podcast.
Yeah. Well, anywho. But even the lives have kind of confirmed that people are loving them lives. We actually got asked to do an hour live in the Betty Duffy's Christmas
shit!
thing.
I forgot to get back then.
Tommy, you're useless. He actually is. I am useless at that kind. That's why I don't take charge. But he's supposed to be the man take charge.
No, I did. Hold on, let's check.
I'll talk about it. They asked us to get on. It's not as big as Damnish, so we're thinking of actually just doing it and not having guests on, just having a bit of crack and having a bit of crowd interaction and stuff.
Maybe just like a live recording.
Like a record kind of one. So maybe have
we're
one.
Doing this, what we're
they haven't got
Maybe
back
have
to
one.
me.
Maybe have you on, stay with us, and just us three chatting away. Have the man behind the mic.
Why not?
Get up and rock it.
Milkshake.
Play wee tune at the end. But
Milkshake McDonald's. Do an acoustic with Khalees. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Why do you always put on that voice and face when you're talking about white people?
Because
I'm rocking.
He's picturing Kurt Cobain.
But so the lives are going well. What people in Derry want us to do live. People in London want us to do live. People are asking to get on lives. And it's just going from strength to strength. I'm loving it. I think it'll step up. Once we retire from boxing, I think it's going to be probably we can both say it's be our last year of boxing.
Do you speak for yourself?
Well, you're never going to retire.
Are you trying to retire me?
Don't
This is trying to put me out of the game.
don't want to know.
No, listen, I don't care.
But anyway,
But
I think
it's ironical that the people in Derry and the people in London want the show.
Okay. But no,
but definitely.
I think
Whiskey and Weight on the road on tour.
yeah, it'll be coming into play. But once we retire, I think it's going to take another big leap forward. But at the minute, we're just held back a bit because of boxing.
Yeah, and we're slowly transitioning. Well, it's not now slowly because it's only been a year. Podcasters who box. We started off as boxers who podcast. Now the roles is reversed.
And we've done our second hosting event yesterday.
Yeah, we hosted
Last
a quiz.
night, we
Great.
hosted a
New
quiz
Santos
and a
football
raffle
club.
night. Just a fundraiser night for New Santos. And went well. It was great.
Yeah,
It was great crack.
Great crack.
And everyone there was coming up. You a boxer as well? Because obviously New Santos, when they were having a wee speech, said 2 boxers and all that shit. And everyone knew me as Whiskey and Weight. But they didn't know me as a fucking boxer.
As a boxer, I know.
It's a disgrace. It's like, fuck's sake. I played 20 years in this, more than 20 years in this game. You just call me a podcast?
A year into a podcast, is there
No,
number one in the
all
country?
their stuff's just all friggin'. Oh yeah, that's true as well. But a year in a podcast game, all your
Accolades.
boxing achievements are just.
We're actually, I want everyone that's listening and watching and whatnot, keep an eye out on us three being downtown, because we've got a lot of supplies and we're going to be going downtown, bringing the challenge to you and see if you can win a bit of money for yourselves. So we'll be doing that very soon. Obviously, I've got a fight and I'll be down in Dublin constantly, so it won't be that soon, but it'll be in the next month. But I think we've talked enough shit today, Tony. Or do you have any more to discuss?
No, we've talked enough
Wrap
shit,
it up.
and I just want to say a big happy birthday to us, to the team.
We're one.
We came to you guys with the crack. We are the people's podcast, and you have accepted it, or you have received it with love.
And it's went 10 times better than I thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
It
Number
has.
1 in the country, top 5 in the city.
And next year will be number 1 in Europe, top 5 in Ireland. 100%.
And that's what we're going for.
Yeah.
So thanks for viewing, thanks for subscribing, liking, sharing. If you haven't liked, shared, and subscribed, do it now.
Also get on Patreon. It's £2 a month. It finances us. And and there's content, and as I said, going to be plenty more content to come on it. But shout out to Sean, who's been a lethal producer,
Bang bang.
man behind the mic for the year. We couldn't have done it without him. He's a lethal guy to have on board.
Oh, cheers, boys.
Cheers,
So
lads.
tune in next week. These are legends.